Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm and coaching paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We try to do that for your listening pleasure and make the world a better place. We got over 1,400 of these, close to 1,500 now, as we go forward, and we will be continuing to add wherever we can. Things that will kill a relationship, even if you don't mean for it to, is the topic for today's audio. We're having worked with over 18,000 people and 4,000 couples in the last 15 years. There are some patterns that are there and that do cause a lot of challenges there. So, if you're looking for relationship coaching or just better communications coaching, would love to be of assistance to you in any way that I can. Please feel free to reach out whenever you need to. You can reach out at PO Perception on Twitter or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either one will get you in touch with me or a member of my team. We can make something happen from there. The first thing is you talk too much about your ex-partner, and so look, no one wants to feel like they're in competition for your love, your affection. To feel valuable to you, in order to feel valuable, they have to be in that competition. Virtually no one wants to feel like that's the role they're in, but oftentimes when we are stuck in the idea that another person is better or the ideas that they share are better, ultimately that becomes super problematic for a number of reasons, not limited to the fact that the illusion of competition can eventually, doesn't always, but can eventually kill almost any relationship that exists. This is because when a person feels they're in competition, they go into a fight or flight mode pretty consistently, and ultimately that competition or the idea thereof leads them to feel like they are never going to win, and so therefore they disengage from the relationship. So talking too much about the past can actually kill your relationship. The next thing there is kind of looking at some of the natures of kind of, identifying being not being needy. Like everybody wants to feel needed, but at the same time, a balance between making your partner feel needed and making your partner feel that you have your self autonomy and yourself under control. Taking care of someone in the short run is one of the most valuable things you can do to create an emotional bond. However, if you are constantly expecting the other person to care for you and you're not giving back to them in the same way, or you don't necessarily feel like there is a proper struggle in what's coming there, and ultimately making something happen in a good way. um anyway, so the letting go of being overly needy. Look, the more diverse your support system, the better off life is going to be for everyone involved. That way, when you do need to lean on your partner, but it's not all the time, and you're giving in a form of reciprocity for the sake of keeping the relationship going, you're doing a good thing. But when you're not overgiving, or you have issues in that way, there can be a lot of challenges from that perspective. The next thing is level of ego. So at the level that you are ultimately coming to a understanding of your own importance. Look, we are all important in our own way, but finding that you're not in competition, and also that your value as a person isn't any more or less than anyone else's, and not living from ego is important. So obviously you can make a difference with how you treat the world around you and your partner and your friends and those who matter most to you. But if you want too much credit and or almost like a level of praise that is disproportionate, you'll actually again be killing the relationship you're trying to build, and that can be super negative and super damaging. And so it's just something to think about from that perspective. The next thing to think about is just kind of looking at it from the desire to control another person. The desire for control will eventually get into a battle. Look, lasting relationships are based on mutual benefit, not control. The absence of the desire to control another person. You can have preferences without becoming controlling, but the minute that control or control mechanisms enter into a relationship, you're actually killing the bond that you have, no matter how slowly or how quickly you're causing those things to happen. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.